Sri Gurubhyo Nama children, welcome to online session. Already we have discussed so many concepts in coordination compounds. We have seen oxidation state, oxidation number, we have calculated the oxidation state or oxidation number, we have calculated the coordination number. After that I have given certain rules to write the molecular formula and we have discussed certain rules to write the IUPAC names of the coordination compounds. Now we are going to see, using the IUPAC rules, how can we write the molecular formula of the coordination compounds. Shall we see, children? It will be very interesting. So I will be helping you, I will be teaching you how to write the molecular formula of the coordination compounds. So I am going to do 2 or 3 complexes so that you will be getting an idea to write the some other complexes, the molecular formula of some other complexes as homework. Ready, children? Shall we start? So the first compound is potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. Potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. This is actually my name, the name of my compound is this, potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. So here we are going to see what is a counter ion and what is the coordination entity. First we will mark the counter ion and coordination entity. Then I will help you how to write the molecular formula. For example, when you take this potassium here, it is a counter ion. Already I told about counter ion. So counter ion will be usually outside the square bracket which are ionizable. So counter ions are ionizable species which will be outside the square bracket. When you take this potassium hexacyanoferrate 2, this is coordination sphere. So in this compound, potassium is the counter ion. Because it is, we are going to say why it is a counter ion, I am going to show now. And I told that it is an ionizable species, so it should be outside the square bracket. The next one, the next part of my compound is hexacyanoferrate 2. So this is coordination sphere. When you talk about the counter ion here, that is potassium, so it is a cation. Potassium is a positively charged species. So it is a cation. So here I told about potassium is a counter ion. What is the charge here? Potassium is positively charged species. So the cation, the counter ion is a cation here. You come to the coordination sphere. So coordination sphere, already I told you, coordination sphere is nothing but, it is inside this coordination sphere we can see the central metal ion and the ligand. So usually coordination sphere or coordination entity contains the central metal ion and the ligand. So these two species will be there in the coordination entity or coordination sphere. When you talk about the coordination sphere, already this is ferrate 2. So it is the central metal ion. This is central metal ion. Okay. So I told about ferrate, it is the central metal ion. Towards the other side, cyano. So this cyano is a ligand. So in the other part of my compound, hexacyanoferrate 2, the central metal ion, already I have defined coordination sphere. So usually coordination sphere contains the central metal ion and the ligand. So here the central metal ion is ferrate. So I have indicated as central metal ion. And what is the ligand here? Cyano. So cyano is the ligand present here. So this, and we are going to see the charge of the coordination entity. As already I told you, the counter ion which is present outside the square bracket is cation. So definitely this coordination sphere will be an anion. So if the counter ion is positive, that is cation, definitely the species inside the square bracket, we are going to show now, in the coordination sphere, or the coordination sphere, the charge of the coordination, that is this part we can call it as anion. So I have written cation as well as anion. The next part. Now we are going to see, already I have written potassium, which is a counter ion, which is a counter ion, so which is a cation. And here I have written hexacyanoferrate 2. So I told about this as coordination sphere. And already explained, ferrate is the central metal ion and cyanogen is a ligand present here. And if the counter ion is a cation here, which is positively charged, so definitely this coordination sphere, it will be an anion. Shall we write the molecular formula now? So already I told you, the first rule I told you to write the molecular formula. What is the first rule? The complex, whether it is cationic complex or anionic complex, whatever may be, the cation should be given first preference followed by the anion. So usually the cation should be written first followed by the anion. So here the counter ion is the cation here, so it can be indicated as potassium, symbol is K. For potassium the symbol is K. So here the counter ion is a cation, so it has to be named first. Already I told you, whether it is a cationic or anionic complex, cation should be named first. Here counter ion is the potassium ion which is cation, so I am naming it as K because the symbol for potassium is K. Okay. You see the coordination sphere. What is there in the coordination sphere? Already this is second rule. We are going to see the second rule. Already first rule I have written. Where it is charged positively or negatively charged complex, the counter, that is the cation should be given first preference followed by the anion. Here the counter ion is potassium which is a cation, so I have indicated the symbol as K. Now we will see the coordination sphere. Already I told you, coordination sphere, that is nothing but the central metal ion and the ligand. So when you talk about the coordination sphere, the central metal ion and the ligand should be there. What is the condition? It should be in square bracket. So we have to write the central metal ion and the ligand in square bracket. You see the coordination sphere now. What is the starter? Who is the starter of the coordination sphere? Central metal ion. What is the central metal ion here? Iron. So we have to write the symbol. So start the square bracket because we are going to write the symbols of the species in the square bracket, that is coordination sphere. Already I told you, when you start the square bracket, usually you will write the central metal ion first. So what is the central metal ion here? Iron. So Fe. And what is the ligand? Already I told you. Cyano is the ligand. Already we have seen in the previous page, I told you. Cyano, it is a negative ligand. Hexacyano, there are totally 6 cyanogen. So you write down Cn. Already I told you, this Cn is a polyatomic ion. Polyatomic ion, so it should be included in parenthesis. It should be written in parenthesis. Polyatomic ion, so it should be written in parenthesis. There are totally 6 cyanogen, you write 6 here. That's all, coordination sphere is over. So close the bracket. So first I have written the counter ion, here potassium which is positive, cation for potassium symbol is K. And we have moved to the other part. We have to write the species inside the square bracket, and already I told you central metal ion and the ligand will be there inside the square bracket. So when you write the central metal ion and the ligand, we should know the symbols. So we are very much specific about the molecular formula, so we should know the symbols. When you talk about the central metal ion, which is the starter of the series, that is in the square bracket, we are going to start with central metal ion. So here iron is the central metal ion. So what is the symbol? Fe. What is the ligand accompanied with iron? Cyano. Already I told you. Cyano, it is a polyatomic ligand. Already we have seen in the rule. Whenever polyatomic ligands are there, it should be written in parenthesis. That's why I have written in parenthesis. There are totally 6 cyanogen atoms. So FeCN 6 times. So coordination entity is over. So close the square bracket. Next step. I wanted to find out the charge of the and one more rule is also there. Already I have already told you. In a coordination compound, the positive and negative charges should be neutralized. The positive and negative charges should be neutralized. If there are 3 positive charges, there should be 3 negative charges. If there are 2 positive charges, there should be 2 negative charges. The charges should be equalized or neutralized. Then we are moving to the next step. So I have written counter ion outside, which is potassium, cation inside the coordination sphere. I have written 2 species. One is central metal ion, iron, accompanied by 6 cyanogen. Cyanogen is a polyatomic ion, so it should be indicated in parenthesis. There are totally 6 cyanogen atoms. Now we are going to find out the charge. For example, if you take this FeCN6, for this I don't know the charge. I am going to find out the charge for this. I don't know the charge, so I am assuming it as X. I am assuming it as X. And we are going to see what is this X. X is nothing but the charge of the coordination sphere is equal to, how can we calculate the charge of the coordination sphere? Sum of the charges of the central metal ion and ligand. When you sum up the charges of the central metal ion and ligand, we can be able to find out the charge of the coordination sphere. So this is coordination sphere. I don't know the charge of the coordination sphere, so I am taking it as X. So we are going to find out X now. What is X? What is the charge of this coordination sphere? So before finding out X, I wanted to tell how can we calculate the charge of the coordination sphere. Charge of the coordination sphere can be calculated by adding or by summing up the charges of the central metal ion and the ligand. So in the coordination entity, only central metal ion and ligand are there. So you have to sum up the charges of the central metal ion and ligand. When you sum up the charges of the central metal ion and ligand, you can able to find out the charge of the coordination entity. So here this coordination entity, I don't know the charge, so I am taking it as X. Next step. Therefore X is equal to, what are the species inside the square bracket? I told you, iron accompanied by cyanogen. And when you see the name of my compound, so initially I have written the name of my compound. What is the name of my compound? Potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. So what is the central metal ion here? Iron. What is the ligand here? Cyano. How many cyanogen atoms are there totally? 6. So we have to sum up the charges of the central metal ion and ligand in order to calculate X. So X is nothing but charge of the coordination sphere. So who is the starter in the coordination entity or coordination sphere? Central metal ion. So who is the central metal ion here? Iron. So iron is the central metal ion. What is the charge of the iron here? It is +2. The charge of the iron is +2. How many cyanogen atoms are there totally? 6 cyanogen atoms. So +2 + 6 into, for cyanogen it is -1. Therefore, this is +2 is nothing but the charge of the iron here. Already we have given in the name. I have given in the name. Initially I have given in the name. Potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. So here the charge is +2, ferrate 2. So iron is in +2 oxidation state. So charge of iron is +2. There are 6 cyanogen. Already I told you. Cyano, it is a negative ligand. The oxidation, that is the charge of this negative ligand cyanido or cyano is -1. The charge is -1 for cyano. There are totally 6 cyano. So 6 into -1. You add it up now. We are going to add now. X is equal to +2 -6. X is equal to -4. So what I have done now? I have added up the charges of the central metal ion and the ligand. So when I added the charges of the central metal and ligand, I can able to find out the charge of the coordination entity. So X is nothing but charge of the coordination entity. Now I am going to, so X is nothing but charge of the coordination entity. So when we substitute X value, we get FeCN6. This I have indicated is as X. So here I got X as -4. 4 minus. So I got X value 4. So it is a anion. So the coordination entity has got a negative charge. So it is an anionic complex because it has got a complex anion. The coordination entity has got a charge 4 minus. You take potassium now. Next step. So one side is clear. K FeCN6 4 minus. I don't know the charge here. When you talk about potassium, it is a cationic species. So the charge is +1. I don't know how many potassium atoms are present here. So I am taking it as X. I don't know how many potassium atoms are present. But I know the charge of potassium, it is +1. I have to find out X. Already we have seen, we have calculated X, that is the charge of the coordination entity. So I got the value 4. So substitute that 4 here, you will be getting K4 FeCN6 4 minus. Finally, the molecular formula is K4 FeCN6. So this is the molecular formula of my compound. So I have started with potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. And this rule you see, finally I have written the molecular formula. This compound, when it undergoes ionization, when it is dissolved in water, take potassium ferrocyanide dissolved in water. So you will be getting 2 different types of ions. So already I told you, in a coordination compound, positive and negative charges should be neutralized. So here, when it is dissolved in water, you will be getting K4 can be dissociated as 4K plus. So when it is dissociated in water, this K4 FeCN6, when it is dissociated in water, you will be getting K4 will be dissociated as 4K plus this. Already I told you, the species inside the square bracket cannot be separated individually. So you have to write the species as it is with the 4 negative charges. So FeCN6 4 minus. So this is how we have calculated the molecular formula of one compound, that is potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. Shall we see the other compound? Only if 2 or 3 examples if I give, you will be getting some clarity. You will have a clarity so that you can continue. Even if I give some examples also, you can able to write without any struggle. So I am going to move to the second one. Are you ready, children? Shall we start? So we are going to see to the next sum. Sodium, second sum, sodium tetrachlorido paladate this is my compound. Sodium tetrachlorido paladate 2. Here, before starting to write the molecular formula, we have to segregate that. We need to segregate the species which are present in my compound. So here, when you talk about sodium, it is a counter ion. Sodium is a counter ion here. So it is a counter ion, and the remaining will be coordination sphere. The remaining will be coordination sphere. So sodium is the counter ion. Sodium is positively charged species. Already you know sodium, potassium, all these are positively charged. So it is a cation. So the counter ion here is sodium, which is nothing but cation. Okay, we will move to the next one. Already I told you, in the coordination sphere, there will be 2 different species. Always they will be together. The starter of the species will be central metal ion. So in the square bracket or in the coordination entity or coordination sphere, so usually we will write the central metal ion first. So here you take now, we are going to segregate what the species which are present in the coordination sphere. The first one is paladate, palladium. So which is the central metal ion. And when you talk about chlorido, so it is a ligand. So we have segregated the coordination sphere. So in the coordination sphere, I got the central metal ion palladium. And when you talk about the ligand that is bonded to the central metal ion, it is chlorido. So actually, there are 4 chlorine atoms, tetrachlorido. See the name, tetrachlorido. So usually you see the counter ion. When the counter ion is a cation, here it is a cation because it is sodium positively charged. It is a simple cation. So the coordination sphere, definitely it will be complex anion. So this coordination sphere, so it will have a complex anion. Now we are going to find out the charge. I don't know the charge. So I am going to find out the, first we will write the molecular formula of the species inside the square bracket. Then we will calculate the charge of the coordination sphere or coordination entity. Next, up to this, I think that it is clear. First I told the counter ion, here the counter ion is sodium which is positively charged, so it is a cation. So counter ion is cation here, simple cation. And I have written the coordination sphere. Already I told you there will be a central metal ion accompanied by a ligand. So what is central metal ion here? Palladium, that is central metal ion. What is the ligand here? Chlorido. So it is a negative ligand, that's why it has ended with O, chlorido. All the negative ligands will be ended with O, chlorido. How many chlorido are there totally? Tetra. So 4 chlorine atoms are bonded with central metal ion, that is palladium. So now we are going to write the molecular formula. For sodium it is Na. For sodium it is Na. Then you start with the square bracket. Already I told you. Usually when you write the species inside the square bracket, this is one of the important rule. You have to start with the central metal ion. So what is central metal ion here? Palladium, Pd. Palladium, okay. How many chlorine atoms are bonded with palladium? Tetrachlorido. Tetra means 4. There are 4 chlorine atoms bonded with palladium. So PdCl4. Now I wanted to find out the charge, because already I told you it is one of the rule in the coordination compounds to write the molecular formula. One of the rule we are going to see. In a coordination compound, the number of positive and negative charges should be neutralized. If there are 3 positive, that should be 3 negative. If there are 4 positive, that should be 4 negative. So positive and negative charges should be neutralized. It is one of the important rule. That rule also has to be satisfied. So I have written the species inside the square bracket. I have written the molecular formula. And for counter ion, as it is sodium here, I have written it as Na. I don't know. I know the charge of sodium, it is positive. Okay. The charge of sodium is positive. It is a positive ion, cation. So it is positive, Na plus. I don't know how many sodium atoms are there. I don't know how many atoms of sodium are here. I don't know. Only charge I know. I have written as A plus. I don't know the number of sodium atoms, so I am indicating it as X. I don't know how many sodium atoms are present actually. So I have indicated it as X. When you talk about PdCl4, this is actually coordination sphere. The charge is, I am indicating it as X. And if it is positive, outside the counter ion is positive, it is a cation. So definitely it will be a, complex anion. So it should be negative. If actually the counter ion present outside is positive, the species inside the square bracket should be negative. There is no change in that. Both positive and negative should be there. Always here, when you talk about this compound, positive ion, counter ion is sodium, which is present outside. And if positive is there, present outside, definitely the species inside the square bracket will be a negative. So I am indicating the charge as X. I don't know. And it is minus X minus. I wanted to find out X. X is nothing but charge of the coordination sphere. X is nothing but charge of the coordination sphere. I told you how to find out the charge of the coordination sphere. So, if you wanted to find out the charge of this coordination sphere, when you add, what is there in the coordination sphere? Central metal ion and ligand. So, when you add the charges of the central metal ion and ligand, you can calculate the charge of the coordination entity or coordination sphere. So, I don't know the charge of the coordination entity here. I have assumed as X. X I am going to calculate now. How? By adding up the species, charges of the species inside the square bracket. What are the species inside the square bracket? The starter of the square bracket is here, central metal ion is palladium. So they have given the oxidation state palladium 2. Palladium 2. So the oxidation state for palladium is +2. And there are 4 chlorine atoms. Chlorine is a negatively charged ligand. So there are 4 chlorine. So the charge is -1 there. There are 4 chlorine atoms. So 4 into -1. We are going to calculate now. Therefore, X is equal to sum of the charges of the central metal ion and ligand. So we are going to calculate the sum of the charges of the central metal ion and ligand, that is x we are going to calculate. So x is equal to what is there in the square bracket? The starter of the series is palladium. Already I told you it is there in the name, palladate 2. So the charge of palladium is 2 here. So for palladium it is +2. How many chlorine atoms